shopper. I realize lots of you are still shopping on that ceramic watch, so stay right where you are. But now, it is your choice. Now, I never thought I would see a day when I was gonna be able to do real, true blue zircon, or, are you ready for this? Even more rare, mined in Tanzania, where you find tanzanite, red zircon. So we have blue zircon or red zircon at 1.4 carats. So that solitaire in the center alone at $109 would be amazing for just the solitaire alone. But we're giving you, surrounding it, nearly 1 carat of white zircon. And when we talk about zircon, we are talking about the closest gem of anything natural or synthetic to imitating the look of a diamond. So it looks like you have that rare collectability of a zircon surrounded by a diamond. But you know what? Zircon is even more rare than that. And this looks like a piece. Oh wow, we're busy already. Let me just give you a few little kind of, you know, just important things about it before I get into the story. It was appraised at $325. And reminding you too, when we talk appraised prices, we take the lowest appraised price. The lowest appraised price here was $325. Colleen Lopez sold this at $219. We are now doing it at $109, so more than 50% off the HSN price, and you could honestly buy both of them for what the lowest appraised price was. We're doing free shipping on this, and it's $27 and change to get it home. Perhaps you're born in December and you've never even had a chance to see your birthstone. That's how rare and collectible blue zircon is. But even more rare and collectible is red zircon, and right now the red is outselling the blue at about 2 to 1. I will tell you, we do have matching earrings available for you. We have a matching pendant available for you if while in the ordering process on the ring you want to ask about those. And we have a bracelet. Now this bracelet's kind of crazy. It was $5.99. It's now $2.99. Oh, we only have 100. Okay. But you know, you're looking at this, and if you're not familiar with zircon, I encourage you, go to the internet right now, Google it, or pick up your phone, you know, check out what other people are doing, do a little search on zircon. You won't find it in just any regular, average, ordinary jewelry store. This is a fine jewelry purchase. This is something that really collectors want. This is something that's who's buying it already, the collectors, because to them it needs no explanation. It is a very rare, very treasured, very coveted gemstone that typically you don't see in carat weights of over 75 points, and we've doubled that with the solitaire in the center of this. The blue is what every aquamarine wishes it could look like because it's not washed out. It's not faintly colored. It is dynamic. And then the red has almost like a burning embers effect to it. Imagine what every garnet would love to look like. Imagine, you know, when you are sitting by the fire, and again, we're getting ready to go into fall, so you can think about that beautiful fire in your fireplace, or maybe you're in a wonderful lodge in Colorado or somewhere, and you're looking at the fire and it's about to go out, and you see those little flickers of the brighter red, you see the deeper, more intense red. That's what you're getting from the red in this one. And I will tell you, they're both rare, because for the most part, probably no one you know owns a blue zircon or red zircon, but red, hands down, trumps the rarity and the value of the blue. Both incredibly beautiful. It's simply up to you, but I am so delighted to see our collectors out there, because here at HSN, we are the largest retailer of colored gemstones in the U.S. We are the largest importer of colored gemstones in the U.S. So we do things that, quite honestly, no one else out there can do. We can give you values, we can give you opportunistic buys, we can give you styles. And in fact, in terms of style, this is what is known as the classic princess style. The princess style, or the ballerina style, some people call it ballerina, starts with a solitaire in the center, and then the skirt, if you will, or the framework of the beautiful ring is all in the clear stones. Okay, we're gonna wrap this one up. The good news is you still have it if you're on board. Retailing at $325. Our price today, $109.